Back in October, the Jets won a defensive grinder in their first matchup against the Bills. Can Buffalo avoid the sweep? Find out next on Madden Football.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. And with the starters, Greg, it's the rookie who played his college football for the Trojans at USC. Rodgers going to put it up to get started. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the give, it's Hall. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Going for it all. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Athletic training staff's going to take a look at this. So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He'll have a Jets first down as the tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Give up the middle with Hall. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing, Rodgers. Open man, left side. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. This one caught by Lazar. 2nd and 7. handoff. Here comes Hall. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Now an injury timeout, and that's Breece Hall, who is struggling a bit after that play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Rodgers to throw. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to...
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They go back to Allen. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
To throw is Rodgers. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really...
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this to Allen. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now Rodgers. That one's a Corley. He's got it. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Here's Rodgers. Next to the right side, he's got Corley. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Allen. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's Corley. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Again, it's Rodgers. Now he'll run. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. That's the 5th touchdown for him. So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Down the field, he's got Corley. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Here's first down. Hall. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now an injury timeout, and that's Breece Hall, who is struggling a bit after that play. First down for Aaron. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Israel Abanikanda. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. The Buffalo crowd being heard before third down. Throwing, Rodgers. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. We are set for 4th and long. From the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game.
So it's a win here for the Bills. This one went down to the wire, able to persevere, walk out of here with a well-deserved victory.
Back in Week 16, the Bills won their first matchup against the Patriots. Can New England get revenge? Find out next on Madden Football.
Right to the air with May. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To the air on first down, May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go now.
First down throw for May. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's May. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And he's gonna go, it's a pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. May now from the gun. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. May looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. It's complete to Hooper. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. So we're through one quarter of this AFC. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Pushing for the red zone. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone. Down at the 20. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibson. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Stevenson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run in with Stevenson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Patriots take a second quarter lead. May on 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing is May. Gets it quickly to Douglas. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. To the air yet again, May. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back to the air, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Now May on 3rd and long. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 10. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Working inside the red zone. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots take the lead just before halftime. May to throw it. He's got the hook up to board. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. The give inside to Stevenson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Von Miller. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Offense to the line for second down. Gibson here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. May now on third down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up. They put Bourne in motion right. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
They'll throw on third and long. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 43. Flushed out of the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly...
Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Looking for the back that time. Back to throw. On a quick slant, it finds Polk. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. He's on the move. Now here he goes. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. The give inside to Gibson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This throw is cut. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He'll get this to Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now it's Gibson. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Here's May to the air. Complete. It's Bourne. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole.
So this is a win for the Patriots. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you. The Bills defense getting set to try and advance here in the opening round of these AFC playoffs. And the heart and soul of this crew all season long has been this man at linebacker.
And give him a lot of credit. It's been a great year for him, but it won't mean much if his guys don't advance at this Super Wild Card weekend.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Buffalo defense back out there. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Gets by him at the 25. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills defense ready to go again. They'll try to force the stop here in the 2nd quarter of what's been a scoreless game to this point. They go play action with Wilson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Now Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Harris running straight ahead and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Buffalo defense back out there. And after an even first half, they'll try to come up with a third quarter stop as the half begins with a 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Still going inside the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They had the pick six just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. 35 yards. The Buffalo defense back out there. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. That's a strong running. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Bills defense ready to go again. They may be looking to bring some pressure here as they've got this offense backed up. 1st and 10 at the 10. To throw is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throw left side, caught here by Ward.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's the ex-Florida Gator, Lamichael Pirine. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point.
The Buffalo defense back out there. A big sequence coming up for him here, the opening drive of this overtime session. Here's Wilson to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Titans and the Bills. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, it's our main event between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun now for Levis. Hauled in by Tyler Boyd. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
I mean, I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. And they've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunities.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Levis throwing again. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
It is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Levis now against the blitz. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the thousandth time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Defense showing blitz. Levis. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Levis here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Throwing now on first down, Levis. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. To the sack, another pass on second down. Brought in by Burks. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. The Titans call their third and final timeout. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up. Levis from the shotgun. Chased out to his right. That's caught for the first. It's a pickup of 26. And the Titans will have a first down. From the gun, Levis. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans make it a 1-score game before halftime. Levis now on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, it's Pollard. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Mike Edwards up to make that tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. And this one doesn't go far. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Levis. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll send their tight end right. Here's Levis. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone there, Brock. And unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Well, you know me. I don't ever mind aggressiveness. I think it empowers your quarterback, empowers that offensive huddle. But you also got to know, as a quarterback, if you call a pass play, you got to do your job. And doing your job means avoiding a safety in that circumstance.
Motioning the tight end now. Levis. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They give to Pollard from the gun. And he'll get them enough for a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Levis setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Finds the in route complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That's cut beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Throwing it again here. Pass caught by Ridley. And they bring him down around the 34. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 2. Has it at the 7. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans now within one score in the 4th. Handoff running right, Pollard. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Titans in the hurry-up trying to get this play off fast. Short pass brought in. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast. Boyd hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Titans call their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially no timeouts for him. It's first down. Here he is to throw. That throw finds Okonkwo. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
After that pick, here's Levis. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Shotgun now for Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Baltimore. It's the Bills and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should. The Bills defense set to go to work here in this AFC title game. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And allow me this one, partner. This is where the rubber meets the road. He's had a great season to this point. But now, can these guys keep it together for one more game? Maybe force a turnover at the right time and get to the Super Bowl.
In motion right is Aguilar. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignment.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago, so this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. Now Jackson back into his end zone. A short throw caught by Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. This now a 3rd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the option, here's Henry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Now a 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jackson now. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Jackson from the shotgun. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Buffalo defense back out there. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that's incomplete. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the San Francisco 49ers who are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden. This has certainly been a fun...
The Bills defense ready to go again. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway. And they'll begin by running the option. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
In motion, Aguilar. Jackson running again. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Again, Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 33 yards. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They're out there trying to protect this fourth quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Second and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Bills defense ready to go again. And this game is coming down to the wire, so they know this is the drive that will likely decide the outcome.
On a quick.
Throwing, Jackson. That is caught, Bateman.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. The quick feet by Jackson. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Jackson connecting with Andrews.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's got Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Here's 1st down. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bills are going to the Super Bowl as we say goodnight, everybody.
Hey, man, congratulations on making it to the biggest game of the season. You know, this is the only game that matters. And in this game, I need you to give everything that you got, like your life depends on it, for your family, for the organization, for the last name on the back of your jersey. I need you to believe that, all right? So good luck, ball out, and we'll be watching.
you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Niners, and it's all up next.
When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's ultimate game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC. The Bills defense set to go, up 7-0 here early. And the heart and soul of this crew all season long has been this man at linebacker.
And he will need to be the rock in the middle of this unit. Sometimes how your middle linebacker plays is how your defense plays. He knows how important it is to be solid in his fundamentals, and he'll definitely try to be a steadying influence here.
Back to throw, Purdy. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They had the pick-6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop. In motion goes the tight end. Fresh off that pick-6, here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
18 yards, 1st down Niners. Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Second down and 4. Here's Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Purdy from the gun. It returns it right back to Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 9, second and 5. Purdy now to throw. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They've already forced a couple of first-half interceptions, including one on the previous drive, as they potentially look for another here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Buffalo defense back out there. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. To about the 26 here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. Purdy looking to throw. This caught by Latu, the tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Out of the gun, Purdy. Being chased, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We saw some strong work from James.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. Shotgun now with Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. A short throw here to Latu. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Back to throw. Purdy. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Purdy. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Operating from the gun. Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. Play action. Now Purdy. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Purdy sets up to throw again. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They've pitched the shutout here into the 4th quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here. Here's Purdy to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they work this out past the 25. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and a yard. Purdy to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
What a moment. Commissioner Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Buffalo Bills, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will conclude our coverage this year on EA Sports. I want to thank my partner, Charles Davis, for another incredible season together in the booth. Till the fall, folks, Brandon Gaudin saying good night from New Orleans.
Hey, rookie. You had a great first year. Amazing, to the least. But guess what? It only gets harder. You gotta double down on your second year. You gotta go even harder, and I know you can. And it all starts now.
It's week 1 of the NFL, where we've got ourselves a rematch of last year's AFC title game. It's the Ravens and the Bills on Thursday night primetime.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. This one intended for the running back. And now it's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. New set of downs for him from the 46. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Jackson off the play action. Gets this to Bateman. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Finding Flowers. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. Third down. Man in motion here. Jackson on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he... First down, here's Lamar. Bateman hauls it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. So the new NFL season officially well underway as we've reached the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe. You push a little closer. And now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Here's Henry on the option. Brushes, and he barrels across for the touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Play fake, Jackson. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They bring a tight end in motion right. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Lamar now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got Andrews. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. So the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Lamar throwing again. Bails out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Now Jackson on 3rd down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Looking to throw. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Just before halftime, you get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackle made by Von Miller. So we've reached the half in this year's NFL kickoff game to the season. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale taking on the Cleveland Browns. And then one more to highlight, Sunday Night Football, as the national audience will see a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to...
Braun starts with an option, right side. Oh, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Bills. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
First down throw for Jackson. That's caught. K.J. Osborne. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motion man sent left. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's 2nd and 11. Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lamar off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that pass complete to Osborne. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jackson's going to throw again. Completed to his running back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Ball at the 33 for first down. They go play fake with Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Now motion him out of the backfield. Jackson yet again. Andrews with the catch. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Lamar. Play action now with Jackson. Catch made by Mitchell. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lamar back to throw. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. And again, it's Jackson. He connects downfield on 4. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Here he is to throw. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Finding Flowers. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And they're no doubt happy to get their season up on the right track and claim the first victory of this new campaign.
The Bills defense getting set to go, fresh off a victory in the season opener. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And this is a guy that's proven to be an asset both against the run and against the pass. And that's really what the best linebackers aspire to do. They don't want to be a liability one way or the other.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And incomplete to open things up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Out route pass complete to Goddard. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
More the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first down carry for Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Buffalo defense back out there. They'll search for a stop here in the 2nd quarter of a game that's all tied. Throwing is Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline. The Bills defense ready to go again. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here. Trailing in this 3rd quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. Man open left side is Brown. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Zone read, here's Shipley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the... And he's in! Touchdown! Eagles. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The Buffalo defense back out there. They're in desperate need of a stop here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up a throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. Gets around him. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not